How did you become the foodie?
The foodie. So you're starting with me.
If you ever told me that I would be on a boat in the Everglades looking for alligators, and there it is. Yeah, it's funny because I always say episode and I just pick a number at random because I can't remember.
Which one?
What number I'm on.
I wished on that birthday cupcake candle
Yeah.
to please win the Dream Suite.
So Cara, why don't you tell the next part of the story?
Yeah.
You literally taught seminars about why your kids should not be online.
Ever.
Don't
put them on the internet.
Yeah. I think more importantly, they should know why we even started YouTube.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
they talked about
all the
why.
way back to the Big Bang.
Hey, Insiders!
Welcome to the Totally Awesome Show.
This is a pretty big moment, you guys. We've been talking about this for so long.
It feels really incredible to say welcome to the Totally Awesome Show.
It feels totally awesome.
It does.
But we've done a couple of these. We've had a couple episodes that we filmed with some incredible guests, and the first guest that you guys get to see is us.
It's us and our parents. They're coming on too.
They're
That's
coming on
over
too.
here.
Yeah.
If we're gonna start the Totally Awesome Show, like we need.
You gotta meet the
You
family.
gotta meet the family.
Yeah.
You gotta meet us.
Yeah.
You gotta know
So-
why we're awesome.
But we did this
Maybe?
in classic Hollywood style, where we did not film this episode first because we wanted to get the kinks out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it
and
was.
also, we wanted to know what the show's energy was going to be so that we
Yeah.
could match it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Our incredible list of guests definitely help us set the tone for the early part of the show, I
Guys,
would say.
We're not gonna spoil it, but the people coming up on this show is like blowing my mind.
Yeah.
We literally walked up to some incredible people and we're like, "Hi, we don't have a show. We have 0 followers. I mean, obviously,
We have
insiders
followers.
and Bibles,
Insiders
whatever.
and Bagels. But like, we've done this before, but
Right.
we don't have anything to show for this
for
project.
this project,
Yeah.
we're like, we're starting a Totally Awesome show. Would you like to be on it? And some amazing people said yes.
Yeah, it's
like,
incredible. It's a brand new channel, so this is our first upload, and yeah, people just came right on. Some of the coolest people who have done absolutely incredible things. It's hard not to talk about them and name them, but that's okay.
Now that we finished being excited, hopefully there are some new people on this show.
Yes.
So
I know. Welcome. We should introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, Cara.
Yeah.
I am Adam,
I'm Cara.
I'm Eric.
and we're the Insiders. This is our Totally Awesome show.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We're really looking forward to this. We've had just so many incredible moments in our life that we really wanted to share. We had this format where we did live streams during the pandemic, and we really got to kind of connect with a ton of people.
Yeah.
I think that was really great. And that was definitely like the very key source of this is we did those live streams because everyone was home. And then at some point we stopped them because we weren't even home. We were back
I know we
at
were back
Disneyland and working
out at
on some
Disneyland and
things.
Yeah.
doing fun projects.
Yes. And so we're like, we need a place just to kind of have those conversations again. I missed the live chat though. You
I
guys
do
were
miss the
great.
chat.
Yeah.
The chat was
Maybe
fun.
we'll
We're
bring
gonna
that
be
back
doing.
someday.
We're definitely gonna be doing some live streams so we can
I
talk
think
with the
so.
chat.
Yeah.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Also,
it's been.
part of it is that we kind of have these amazing conversations with some really cool people.
Yes.
And we wanted to bring that to you guys in like a totally awesome way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny because we were like sitting at somebody's house and we were like having this incredible conversation. And Eric, what the trend was like a podcast IRL or something?
Oh,
Like,
well,
Right?
yeah. There's like this thing going around where, because podcasts, obviously, these very long conversations. And they're like, what if we did a podcast with no equipment and we just hung out and had this really deep conversation? And it was a joke, of course.
Of
and we're like,
course.
so now we're doing
So-
not a podcast IRL, but like an IRL podcast. 'Cause
Yes.
We just
Right.
want this to be like a window into who we are and the amazing conversations we get to have.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
We're cool.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it was so funny because that day we were literally just having this most amazing conversation. We're like, we should record this.
Somebody should be recording.
Somebody
there's
should be
no-
like-
this is gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
There
like
were
somebody should be watching this.
clip-worthy
Yeah.
moments and a lot of
And
good
so
things.
that moment kind of sparked this. And then we've actually been working on this project for, I'd say, close to a year trying to get it all
Yeah.
right. So we're pretty thrilled to be here.
So we've been working on this project for about a year. We were sitting around with people and we had just a great week of talking to people
Yeah.
all over the
Yes.
world. Like we were
Yeah.
in Hawaii and just having these incredible conversations, and they told us that they called that talking story.
Yes.
And we kind of fell in love with that concept and have been kind of chasing that ever since.
I know
Yeah.
it does. It kind of stems from the Hawaii like talk story kind of
Yeah.
mindset, and it's been pretty cool. And we also realized that like we started the Insiders almost 7-8 years ago, and there's so much about us that you guys don't see on the live streams or
Yeah.
in camera or in our videos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
we're making a video about Dole Whips or
Yeah.
Just like a
fun,
certain topic.
fun park stuff, and so we don't go into our deep backstory the way that Doofenshmirtz might.
Yeah,
Phineas and
or not
Ferb.
even our backstory though, but there's people that we've met because of insiders, like
Yeah.
going to D23 and like this one event. I'm just to tell you guys, we were at the D23 Expo, and they asked us if we would be the judges for a celebrity trivia show. And
So
the
much fun.
people on the celebrity trivia show was like Ashley Eckstein and Brett Iwan and John Stamos.
Yeah.
And we're literally in the audience like judging them.
Yeah. Oh,
We're
you
like,
know.
do you know your Disney
Yeah.
trivia?
I know. We're like Disney trivia experts on this like it was so funny.
was so
it was
fun.
so
it was-
funny.
Yeah, just lots of great experiences. Obviously that one's a highlight because we got to we were chilling backstage for like a little bit before we went out and did like the judging, and just everyone was so kind and so nice. So
And
it
there was a
very
little bit of
cool.
talking story there too, and it's like, man,
Yeah.
I really feel like there's an audience that would just love to hear these stories. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so anyway, I just thought in that moment it was another moment where it's like, man, we gotta have a talk show where we just get to like
Yeah.
chat with these people,
Yeah.
get to know them a little bit, and
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty awesome.
Yeah. And so for this episode, we definitely want you guys to get to know us. So
Yeah.
we are going to ask each other a couple questions, and we have some questions from you guys. We did some just kind of like polls, I guess, or like Instagram stories.
Yeah, we're
to
like,
say-
hey, do you have any questions for us? Because we want something to talk about ourselves about.
Yeah,
on
so
the
we
show.
want to
Yeah,
answer
we're like,
those.
we want to answer your questions in depth. So
Yeah.
ask
In depth.
us some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we want you guys
'cause-
to hear from us.
We could do like a
Because
text
I don't
story
know, we could
reply,
like
but
do a story reply and say, "What's your favorite color?" Oh, it's blue. But then you just say, "Why is it
whoa, it's orange.
You're, she's
Get
lying.
out.
Her favorite color is not blue.
blue?" Actually, my favorite color is pink, but it's tied with orange. So
Anyway, more in-depth answers for our favorite color, different things like that. So I don't know. It's gonna be fun. I'm
Yeah.
excited. And we also have on our parents that are gonna be joining us.
Yes,
on this
our very
episode.
first
Yes.
guest. Well, not our first guest, but the first ones you're seeing. So.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We'll be our parents, and talk about awesome people with awesome stories. I mean,
they are
Our
like
parents,
the
yeah.
awesomest people.
I know they have
Yes.
some pretty amazing stories,
Yeah.
and they did a pretty good job raising us. So
I
would say
terrific job.
you know.
So yeah.
pat myself on the back. So anyway, thanks, mom and dad.
Like most of the stories we have, and then they have like all these years before we were born where they did some cool things. So
Yeah,
we'll
exactly.
see. I have no idea what they're going to talk about.
Me
when we get
neither.
on.
I tried to
Yeah.
give them a little bit
Question.
like, here's what we should talk about. But you
Yeah.
never
It's
know what
like,
they're
no
gonna
idea.
actually
This
say.
is what we know that we can talk about. I'm sure you have more, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is what we know of.
And what we think the audience might like to
Exactly.
hear. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
Amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, it's gonna be fun. So,
Let's get into it. All right.
so the first question that people ask me, Eric got labeled the foodie at such a young age. He's like, Eric the foodie. How did you become the foodie?
The foodie. So you're starting with me. It's I don't know. Like I've always loved food, and it's like from a young age I was eating just like.
Really?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I didn't eat at all at a young
Just
age.
at
No.
Disneyland, there's obviously amazing food. Definitely some inspiration. I'm trying to think what of, but like when we started the YouTube channel, we're like, we want to kind of bring these topics forward. And snack time was like, ooh, I could just do food because I would say like early at that time is when Disney was like starting to really roll out like
Yeah,
event
really
food.
good food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were
And-
getting like maple donuts and like
Yeah, that,
really, really
like your
good, like,
first
the very
video was
first.
the maple bacon donut
Yeah.
from Maurice's Treats.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure some Disneyland person who's been going since the 50s will be like, they've been doing New Food Weekly since then, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like that time when we started the channel, I was like, well, there's so much happening food-wise.
Yeah.
I'll just be the mascot for food.
Yeah, and it
Um,
was kind of fun. So when we started, do you want to go next?
When we started, I was the fashionista, bibbidi shoppity
She
boo.
still is the
I still am
fashionista.
the fashionista.
Yeah.
I just,
I still am
it's
the foodie.
evolved since then. And that's just because I really like putting outfits together, and they come out with some really cute merchandise all the time.
Kara's
Actually,
our master Disney bounder.
really funny thing is, I did bring one of my first lounge flies
Whoa.
with me today. This is just like, it's a little beaten up because it's my everyday lounge
Yeah.
fly.
and
I
like your
love
actual
it.
first one.
Exactly.
So
It's
anyway.
a little old, but I love it.
Yeah, I would say, I don't know, like that same time period, like
Right.
lounge flies and Disneyland jerseys really took off.
Yeah,
and
the
they started
Disneyland
making like
jerseys.
hundreds of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so much
It was
fun.
also when they were doing really cool popcorn buckets, which isn't quite fashion, but it's still merchandise, so that kind of fell into my thing.
and for
Yeah.
some
It was
reason,
our first crossover episode.
yeah.
Yes,
when
the
we
foodie
started the
merch.
channel, we originally didn't have us all in the same video. Like we
I
had
know.
Eric's episode, Kara's episode, Adam's episode. They were very separate.
Well, that's
And-
kind of in the evolution of YouTube. That's what people used to watch on YouTube.
I would kind of agree.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't
YouTube
know.
changed a lot. Right now, YouTube really likes TV
They
style
like
content. They like
podcasts.
podcasts.
YouTube, if you're listening, you really like podcasts.
You
and
really
want
like
this
talk shows.
to
Or
get
you
millions
like
of
the
views.
shorts.
You like 90-minute episodes about people that do awesome things.
Yes.
And that's what you show everybody.
You
And
should
I just,
show everybody
I just
that kind
think
of
that
content.
that's what YouTube's been doing. That's
Yeah.
I've been doing my
Expert take,
research,
yeah.
and especially with 3 blonde siblings, I've noticed
Who
in
really
their
like the
20s.
color
in
orange.
their 20s that like orange. So anyway, my
Anyways,
show
Adam's show.
was Adam's Guide to Romance and Adventure. Beyond Amazing.
Beyond Amazing. You got to
And
think of the
Beyond-
acronym.
Yes, Beyond
Adam's
Amazing was really
Guide.
important because it had to say Agrabah.
It did.
Let's spell it out just quickly. Adam's Guide to Romance and Adventure Beyond Amazing.
And the 2 did not get
What to? What?
Adam's Guide to Romance. It was just
Oh,
Adam's
oh,
Guide.
Adam's Guide, Romance, Adventure, Beyond Amazing.
Yeah.
Agrabah,
Agrabah.
like the
Agrabah.
land of Aladdin.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what can I say? Yeah.
Good times.
It was good times.
Good times.
We
It
like
was
our
good times.
acronyms. We've
Yeah.
always liked them.
I know. Actually, I'm going to tell you guys now, but
You guys are the first to hear this.
you guys are the
actually.
first. So we did this a year ago, and we haven't officially told anybody this.
Right.
We love our acronyms.
So last
Yeah.
year we came out with this,
The Ultimate Disneyland Food Guide book.
and I'm actually really proud because a year later, this is still pretty evergreen.
I know.
It has
Yeah.
most of the correct
We
information
were
in it.
really, I would say almost all correct. Because when we wrote the book, we wrote it about Disney food. Eric, foodie. But we
Yes.
wrote about Disney food, and we tried to pick evergreen food, so not the seasonal food and not the Christmas
or
food.
Halloween or the
It's
Food and Wine
like
Festival.
the food that's always going to be there. And it's dietary, our favorite food stories. It's got like our favorite restaurants, our where to like see character dining and all this stuff. And it's all still like solid. Like all the information is still really valid. But when we did this, at the beginning of each chapter, I'm going to tell them.
Don't tell me exactly.
All right, fine. At the beginning of each chapter, there
There's
is
an
a capital letter.
Yes.
There's
Capital
a
letter.
capital letter to begin the chapter, like books do.
You guys need to decode.
Ours spells a word. So,
Actually,
a phrase.
The whole
A phrase.
thing is a
It spells
phrase.
a phrase.
It would be
How
a
many
really
chapters are
long
there?
word.
I don't know, there's like
20-something chapters.
There's a lot of. It's a long word, but the capital letter of each chapter.
Yeah, like 18,
Yeah.
19
Yeah.
chapters. Yeah,
The
Yeah.
first letter of each chapter. So
It's
not the title.
capitalized and it spells out a word.
I think more importantly, they should know why we even started YouTube.
Oh my
because
gosh!
They talked about
all the
why.
way back to the Big Bang.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could go back
Guardians of the
further.
Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
favorite ride.
Yeah, I think that's more important than like the channels. Obviously, like we chose to start a channel about Disney, so then we chose our topics. We have a lot more fun now that we are like all in every video, I would say.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
way more fun.
Yeah,
Honestly,
And our videos
it's
are
a lot
longer now.
better having energy to bounce off of. I will
We
say.
kind of
Yeah.
dropped the rigid shows too, and
yeah,
we
we
all
had
just
the
kinda
shows, like
talk
we
about
were the
it.
hosts of our individual shows.
Now
but-
we just all run the insiders, and we like
Yes.
hang out as siblings at Disneyland. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yes, but why did we start YouTube a very, very long time ago?
So this is really fun. We actually like.
Steve is part.
Oh, Steve's parked. Okay,
Steve is
Okay.
parked.
we'll get into
You will
that.
find
So
out
you
later.
will find out later.
In a future clip why we started YouTube.
Wow.
All right, so that was a pretty good commercial break. Disney
It was.
Thank you.
Disney Channel style commercial break.
We should put an ad for something there. I don't
Yeah.
know what.
Something.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes, we need to put
If you
an ad
saw an
break
ad
there.
break, that was just thought of.
We just came up with
We
that
just
idea.
created
But we were
that.
saying this will be good for people who have seen our YouTube videos. Obviously, we love making YouTube videos. That's kind of our whole thing. But we did have a life before then.
We did.
Kind
We
of.
did.
And there's kind of a like why we started YouTube is kind of what we're talking
Yes.
about, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. It's so interesting because people ask us this question and we give them like one or two different answers and they're all 100% the truth.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where like a bunch of things just kind of happened at once that led to this perfect moment,
Yeah,
right?
Right.
We have to do a YouTube channel because we had thought of it, and then we got inspiration, and then someone also directly was talking to us and just brought it up.
And said you guys should start a channel,
It's
kind of like this
all
talk
the
show
signs
actually.
at once. They're like, you should do a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Yes.
and like literally all these arrows pointed at we should start it, but
Yes.
it was kind of fun. We actually were child actors first, so
Yes.
we did
As
the
seen on
acting
TV.
thing.
As seen on
yeah.
well,
yeah.
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 Yeah,
As seen on TV.
As seen on TV.
No commercials. I was in an episode of Modern Family.
Yeah.
It was pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, commercials for different
Yeah.
phones and cars and different things.
Yeah, fresh off the boat for
All
Eric
these
for a little
different
bit.
things.
Fun
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, no, it was fun, and
It was
we
great.
loved it. It was such a blast. We learned so many great skills of improv and being on camera and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
All
I think
these
a lot of it actually helps our
storytelling.
YouTube journey.
Yeah, no,
It
it,
did,
helped
yeah.
a ton. We've even like taught classes to people on like camera presence because people like are trying to do YouTube stuff and they're like, you guys are just natural and fun. It's like, well, been around cameras a very long time.
Yes,
so-
we have.
Yeah.
Which is always
Even
a blast.
before Hollywood, we were always taking pictures or home
Yes.
videos. So
Yes.
we've always been talking
Dad was
to a camera.
Dad was the dad that had the camera around
He
and
was.
Yeah.
pictured and videoed everything. So
Yes.
we've always been on camera.
Yeah.
We
Oh, yeah.
always have.
There's like
we just love
there's
it.
an incredible archive of us growing up and going to Disneyland. And so,
Actually, yeah, a lot of Disney
That was
footage.
definitely like
Yeah.
the biggest inspiration, I will say, is just how much we love Disneyland and we loved going in the parks and the magic. And
And
we would go.
we are aware of how blessed we are to go to Disney as often as we do, and so
Yeah.
we're like, we want to be able to bring the magic of Disney to people who can't go as often as we do. And
Yeah.
that was
Right.
like the original. Why should we start a
So
channel?
between we want to do something on YouTube and we love Disney,
And we're already had.
and we already had like actor training.
Yeah.
It kind of came into this
You're good.
this perfect little thing that we called the Insiders.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
it
the
did.
Disneyland Insiders.
No,
The-
wait.
Oh well, yeah.
Don't forget, that was the first three things that came. The fourth thing that happened, we love Disney. We want a YouTube channel. We're doing all these things. Although we should bring Mom on to tell the story because it's kind of her story. All right,
Okay.
we're going to bring
Okay.
Mom on.
All
All
right.
right.
Okay, so we may have rearranged the mics a little bit.
A little bit, if
Welcome,
you
Mom
haven't
and
noticed.
Dad.
We were just playing musical chairs.
We were.
Yeah.
Welcome, Mom and Dad. We're glad to have you guys on.
Hey, Insiders.
We only had 4 microphones. For a family of 5, that was a mistake.
This is another thing that will be better in the future setups, but for now, Adam and I are sharing. But welcome, Mom and Dad, and we wanted to ask first off about starting Disneyland Insiders and how
Yeah.
maybe you guys had a little bit to do with that to start off.
So we thought it was funny. So just to catch you guys up, we filled them in a little bit on our more Hollywood, creative, storytelling, we love Disney background. But why do we already have the
Why?
account?
Why was it the Insiders?
Because we had this account before we even started the channel.
Well, that was your thing for Facebook. You can tell us
It
about it.
was. So I spent a long time telling all people everywhere that their kids should never be on social media.
She
No,
did.
Mom
Yeah,
literally taught seminars about why your kids should not be online.
Ever.
Dangers
Don't
of
put them on the internet.
Dangers,
Yeah, right.
dangers of the internet, yes. And
So funny.
so then some data came out that showed how many people and age groups and countries were online in some form. And I said, well, at the time, you're 7, 9, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
Okay.
young.
And I said, well, they're not going to make it through their life without being online. So instead of being afraid of it, what we have to do is embrace it and learn how to do it safely. I'm like, oof.
And boy, do we have just the best community, by the way.
Oh my
like
gosh.
the
Yeah,
insiders,
you guys-
you guys have been so kind. Like
Awesome.
literally, whenever we get a troll every once in a while, the comment section, we don't ever reply or delete it. The comments just handle themselves, and you guys are so sweet.
Yeah.
So we just
Anyway,
love
we
you.
just want to say we love you.
So at the time that we were talking about this, I had a very professional consulting life. And, it was before the term Disney adults existed.
That's true. And
That's
we were,
true.
We were Disney
And
adults.
so
Kind of a
you're
new
in
thing, isn't
Disneyland
it?
again? You're going to Disneyland again? And oh my
Again.
gosh, I heard it all the time. And then I had people like, you're going to Disneyland? What do you do when you go? And so I started a secondary Facebook page. I had my every person page, and then I had my Disney page. And I posted all kinds of things. And sometimes it was just to create my own little photo books of the cool things that we did
Yeah.
at Disneyland.
Well, and you had a very good point on that is that, look, if you're tired of me talking about Disney, then those of you that want to see Disneyland, you can go to this page. And if you
Yeah.
don't, then we'll be fine.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I called it the Disneyland Insiders.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's where I posted all the fun stuff we did that was Disney related.
And we kind of knew about it, but weren't fully involved. And then all
It was mostly just a family photo album online.
Yeah, and so then we like came to Mom and Dad and we're like, look, we want to do a YouTube channel, we want to tell stories, we want to bring people to Disneyland. And Mom was like, I already have a Disney account. And then when we looked, it had 1,000 followers, and we're like, what?
We're like, do you know 1,000 people?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know 1,000 people. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then the rest is history.
Yeah.
Kind of. And we started
Yeah, just
Insiders
kind of grew
Oh,
from there.
and now
didn't
Yeah.
it?
some of our best friends we've met
online.
online.
Online,
Actually,
yeah.
there was a time where like I say 90% of our friends we met online.
I know. It's so
Yeah.
funny
That's weird.
Yeah.
especially with the pandemic.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
just-
Oh, well, yeah.
that
Yeah.
solidified everything.
Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
to so many people remotely, and it's so funny to think about the never talk to a stranger, let alone a stranger on the internet. That we
Yeah.
Oh
then-
yeah, we bet our
Never
best
go
friends
to a
online.
stranger's house.
Hey, we
Yeah.
we started it out neutrally. We were all at Disneyland.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's kind
Yeah,
of
there's a
safe.
common theme there, common love of Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Anyway,
that's a little bit
so
about
I
us.
surrendered the channel and the name.
Yeah.
Over to you.
And we,
Yes.
we became the insiders.
Mom was
We
kind
did.
enough to give us the keys, and we became Disneyland insiders for a long time. It's been so much fun ever since then. Thank you, Mom, for kind of handing us the keys to this page, and then we made the YouTube channel. It's just been the best journey. It's been so much fun.
It's been a blast. We went from Disneyland Insiders to the Insiders,
Insiders.
and
Yeah.
now the Totally Awesome Show.
Yes.
I know.
I
We
love
have
it.
so much more going. Oh my gosh.
It's so fun, right?
It's gotten so big, you guys. I'm a little lost on it. I don't know how we got here sometimes, but then I'm so happy to be here that who cares really?
Yeah,
you know?
right? It's like a pinch me moment. It's like
Exactly.
I can't believe this is my
I
life.
can't believe this is my life.
Which is a common theme you guys are going to see in more episodes.
Yes, we
feel
know
that.
that because we filmed.
Yeah, we feel that
Or
all the time.
Keep moving forward.
Yes, yeah. So many great themes you'll learn as you watch some of these episodes. We're really excited for you guys to see them.
Yeah. So we're excited to share our stories with you guys. Now, I do have to say, my dad has this series that cracks me up that I wanted to tell you guys about. That's called Things I Get to Do Because of the
Oh,
Insiders.
yeah.
So yeah, why don't you
It
tell us
is
a little
actually,
bit about that?
there's so I've done my own thing, had my own life, and then if you ever told me that I would be on a boat in the Everglades looking for alligators, things I get to do because the insiders, they get involved in these things, they get invited to different events. I get to meet very cool people, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And there it is. Yeah. So it's kind of fun. So I started some posts about things I get to do because of the insiders.
Yeah.
And I'm. It's funny because I always say episode and I just pick a number at random because I can't remember.
Yeah, no, which one
what
you're
number
actually
I'm on. But there's been 8 or 10 different things that I just
Yeah.
get to go to events and I get to meet Bob Gurr.
Yeah, love him.
I actually had an email dialogue with Bob Gurr, talk about a surreal moment. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm emailing with Bob right now, and that was very strange.
Yeah.
But because of you guys, so
Yeah.
it's kind of fun.
That's true. Well, you even
Yeah.
David Tomlinson's
Oh yeah, I'm
grandson, right?
I'm connected with David Tomlinson's grandson. I kind of got that one on my own.
yeah,
I have
you
to
did.
say,
It's
but
actually his son.
yeah, it's
To
his
correct
it's
you.
his son. Yeah,
Oh,
James.
wow, it's his
James
son.
Tomlinson, and
Wow.
for those of you that probably don't know, he's my favorite Disney character.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins, my favorite, one of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely my favorite Disney movie.
Uh-huh.
And because and when I was younger, it was like it was great when I was a kid. When I was an adult, it was it's Mary Poppins, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then when I had kids, it's like this is about the dad's journey.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
he's the only one that changes in this
I
movie.
could see that, and so then he just became. I'm always a fan of Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Herbie the Love Bug.
Yeah.
He was such a great
He's
actor.
iconic.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, he's so
Yeah.
iconic.
You're right though. You did kind of do that one yourself. Although we did get the cool opportunity of we got invited onto the Walt Disney Studios lot, and we got to send his son a photo of his dad's legend
Legends
plaque. And I think he'd never seen it before, right?
Yeah,
Or
it had
something.
been a while.
Or it'd been a
and
while.
He's got
Yeah.
a Facebook group that is dedicated to his dad's career,
That's
and
cool.
I was able to share that with them, and
Yeah, that's awesome.
Someday maybe go to England and meet him. That'd be
Yes.
kind of fun.
Oh my gosh, I'd
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
That would be so
Putting that-
cool.
The
Have him on the-
international tour. It's
have him
coming,
on
you
the
guys.
podcast.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Something that we promised some of the insiders that we would talk to you guys about since you're here is they had some questions for you guys. I guess some of them were about us, but some people wrote down some questions, so I'm going to pull out my phone and just ask you guys a couple things about our life from your perspective.
Yeah, and we're all gonna look at him.
All right.
All right, someone asked, what's one quote you once heard that's always stuck with you that you try to use kind of constantly in your life, or things, I don't know, just mantras?
I think Mom already used one of hers on the
Yeah.
on the episode, but I don't know. We'll see what she says.
Oh well, as far as a quote, there's so many like Walt quotes that we all know. You know, all will come to this happy place. Welcome.
Yeah.
Mom mentioned "Keep Moving Forward" a minute ago. and
Iconic
hopefully
one.
that
I think
that,
Keep Moving Forward is a
that
good
was
family one.
that was a good one for our family even before we got more in tuned with the Disney thing. We saw that movie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we loved it.
Meet the Robinsons, and we just kind of
One of the
it
best.
kind of works for us because when you are pursuing an acting career for your kids, which we said we would never do when we were young and first married. Something you should know about us is we were married 16 years before we had you guys, and you know that. So we're kind of reverse empty nesters.
Yeah.
And so it was a different journey for us when we had you. We were kind of all into different things. And the Keep Moving Forward resonated with us as a family because we just were constantly pursuing everybody's passion at one time. So
That's a good point.
Yeah, I love that.
That's a good one.
Okay. This one says, what is one Disney memory that stands out more than others? I have like 2 or 3 stories for this one. But
Only 2 or 3.
Okay.
so many good ones.
So we have been blessed
So blessed. Yes.
with amazing experiences with Disney.
Yeah.
As you said, there's so many cool things that we've got to experience because of the 3 of you.
Yes.
It's been fabulous. But there are 2 things that we have done that anybody could do. It just didn't occur to us. And,
Yeah.
And so one is when I was struggling with walking for a while. Some of you may or may not know. A lot of ECVs in my life.
Yes.
I made it. I watched you guys do your Run Disney runs, which
Yeah,
I
a bunch of
loved
those.
how much you all loved running. And I was a cheerleader and I did all the volunteer work and did all that. And then I said, this is crazy. I only live once. I'm going to go do this.
Yeah.
And I did the Run Disney race. And my friend Megan was so supportive. And we got across the finish line.
Yeah, the Disneyland 10K.
And
Disneyland
the whole
10K.
race, the whole experience of a Run Disney race, not being about the time,
Yeah.
being dressed, a little.
Yeah, a little fun.
And
A little
all
fun.
of the fabulous things they do
characters,
backstage. The characters, the music, the path. It was absolutely fabulous and the perfect way to motivate myself to do the work, to walk and get rid of that ACV.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
What a
it
cool Run Disney story.
It was cool.
I love that one.
And the other one is probably, entirely epic, and that is to win the Dream Suite.
Yeah.
And
Still such the coolest thing maybe ever that happened to us.
I would
And
think.
I do think that it's fitting that on the launch of our brand new talk show that we're going to be talking about the Dream Suite because people have been asking us to tell this story for so long, and we've never really had a medium that we got to sit
we've
down and
kind
just
of
chat.
lore dropped it before, but we haven't really told the story.
Yeah.
We've been like, in the
We
got
did
this.
this.
2
in
Truths and a Lie,
2008.
hey, I slept in Disneyland.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Which
Well,
anyone's done on
anyone.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Exactly.
Well,
But-
and
Right.
when somebody
Or
asks
it's a small
me,
world.
Yeah.
why do I believe in magic or Disney or what really keeps me coming back and all these kinds of things.
Right.
Okay, I had a birthday that we were too busy to celebrate.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and we were
Which
traveling.
happens.
It does.
Yeah.
It
We
happens.
were traveling from DC to Sacramento via Disneyland because that's how we
That's the
roll.
best way to travel.
Yeah, you gotta stop. You gotta stop somewhere.
So we stopped for one night and we walked in at just before closing to
Storytellers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Had to have
And
dinner.
Had to have dinner. Had to have my chocolate cupcake for my birthday.
Oh yeah, for your birthday.
Oh,
cupcake.
yeah.
Yep. My favorite place to have my chocolate birthday cupcake. And I wished on that birthday cupcake candle
Yeah.
to please win the Dream Suite.
So Cara, why don't you tell the next part of the story?
So-
what happened after that?
The next morning, we had this tradition that every day of a Disney trip, we would wake up and we would go to Ralph Brennan's for beignets.
Yeah.
And
My favorite.
oh yeah, so Dad was inside, standing in the long line to get us beignets, and we were outside playing in the fountain.
Because we
Very
remember
young.
this was like 2008.
2008,
So I was
yeah.
8 years old. Eric would
You
have.
weren't.
I was
8
probably
yet.
7
You were
years
probably
old.
7.
Yeah.
I was probably
Yeah.
5.
I was 3.
Yeah.
I was 3 years old.
Yeah,
So we were babies when this all happened, but we
Yeah.
still remember it like so well.
so well.
We were sitting there playing the fountain. 2 people walk up to Mom, and I guess this is where you should talk for a sec because they were talking to you.
You're talking
Yeah.
I
to
just
you.
heard this
So-
part.
We were just playing in the fountain.
So the Dream
The
Team
dream team.
Yeah.
wore these beautiful blue shirts with white vests, but they looked a lot like security, gotta tell you. So I thought, I'm in trouble because they're in the fountain. I gotta figure this out. And they came up and they were so kind and they explained this all to me and asked me if I'd please step inside.
They had something they wanted to show us. Now it turns out in this story that like you had to be in the right place at the right time. So we had to be sitting on that bench in front of Ralph Brennan's for
Yes.
10 seconds.
30.
Oh,
You had to
30
be
30
seconds.
sitting
seconds.
in a 5-minute window.
Uh-huh.
They were looking at that one spot on the bench, and somebody had to be sitting there for 30 full
Full
seconds.
seconds,
Yes. And
And-
we were close to not winning anything.
Yeah.
I
5
think.
seconds to spare.
Well,
Yeah.
the funny thing is, I started to go chase the kids,
Uh-huh.
and he said, "I don't know what made you sit back down, but it would have disqualified you."
Yeah, because we
And-
wouldn't have been seated for the full 30
Right.
seconds.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, they whisk us away. Dad comes out with beignets, and he's like, "Where'd my family go?"
Pretty much, yeah. We were whisked
No.
away to the business office.
Yeah, and
And-
we start coloring. They play this video, and it says, "You may win a free Mickey hat."
Yeah,
You
these
may-
are all
you
the
may
things
win
you could
fast
win
passes.
for the 50th
Yeah, you
anniversary.
may win a night at
You
the
could
Dream
be the
Suite.
grand marshal.
Yeah, you could be the grand marshal in the parade. You
Yeah.
could win a free dinner at Blue Bayou.
Your
They're like,
breakfast, character breakfast.
character
at
breakfast.
Plaza.
You could win a night in the Dream Suite. And then it pops up, and what does it say?
You've
You
won
won
it
it
all.
all.
It
You won
said,
it all.
No. That said, Jack Beigel,
You've
won it all.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was the
That was
craziest
the coolest
moment.
thing
It was
ever.
insane.
Every prize they mentioned, they just
Gave us.
Like we got fast passes to any ride we wanted. We were grand marshals in the parade. We got to stay the night in the Dream Suite. We had the character breakfast, and they just
A private
they were
tour
stunned. That's
after
the
the
best
park.
part. The team that put it together, they did this campaign. Where
They didn't really tell the team what they were giving away.
Right. I mean, they watched the randomizer
Yeah.
just like us.
Just like us. Yeah, it's a randomizer, yeah.
Yeah.
And you won it all.
And
It was cool.
they were floored. We were floored. It was
It was
amazing.
cool.
We got this a vision I'll never get out of my head is on our private tour once the park closed to see the Coca-Cola truck driving down Main Street. I'll
Oh
my
never
gosh,
get
it
that
that
out
was
of
an
my
so
head.
18-wheeler
Yeah,
Coca-Cola
an
truck.
18
Yeah.
we were a Coca-Cola truck driving down Main Street.
That
But
was
we have no
wild.
video or
So, yeah,
or
no video of
no
that, no-
pictures of any of that.
So
Yeah.
the coolest thing
Obviously.
is they gave us a couple hours to get ready.
Yeah.
They picked us up in a Disney limo.
Yeah.
We got to drive onto the lot. It was our first time ever going into cast parking off of Ball Road.
Yep, our first time backstage.
One of the coolest things I saw was I think we saw the launchers for the fireworks.
I think we did.
We walked by the
and
casters,
we drove
yeah.
past them, and
Yeah.
that was the beginning of that day.
Yeah, that
It was
adventure.
pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
personally remember Mom and I looking at each other being like, we're plane dressed, we're not like, but we're car
Not
dressed,
dressed
road
up.
trip dressed, we're not
Oh,
dressed up.
We were
And so
actually in blue that day.
We were in
Yeah.
blue. And so she took me over. It used to be,
Oh,
it was the little,
they're like 360, Disney 365, something
it was
like that.
the predecessor of Disney 365. So even
Right,
before
right.
that.
Before Bibbidi Bobbidi
It was
Boutique.
something pink with
Yeah.
hearts on it. I don't know. It was like rock
We'll
stars,
find it,
but it was
yeah.
awesome. And I remember feeling like a princess that day, and it was the coolest thing ever. So that I like that part of the story a lot,
Yeah.
just from my
Right.
memory.
Yeah, it was so awesome that we
There
literally.
was something for everyone.
Oh, absolutely.
It was an incredible Disney experience. We just have the most amazing stories. I remember being in the Dream Suite, which was just so cool. And they had these Kiss Goodnight buttons all throughout the room. When you hit the button, and the room would just transform. You know,
Right.
at midnight, at
Cinderella.
Cinderella's
Yep.
clock. And the part that I remember the most is that there was a TV in the mirror, and I had no idea how to do that.
That was
Yeah.
incredible.
Just for a quick moment, a little history. So the Dream Suite is an apartment above Pirates of the Caribbean at
Yes.
Disneyland. So Walt kind of built out this apartment in case he ever wanted to leave the fire station and have a bigger place for his kids. So it's a huge apartment almost thing that's above Pirates of the Caribbean, so you can see Fantasmic and see all the guests. And he built it. I don't believe he ever stayed in
No,
it.
I
No,
don't
it
think
was it was finished as he was
Yeah.
passing.
So
Right.
he didn't stay there, but that is what the Dream Suite is, and it was. I mean, you cannot buy it. At the time, you couldn't even go without any. Like there was just no access to
Yeah, you
it.
couldn't even get inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so just for the people who didn't know, we got to stay in that suite and
In
spend
that
the night
suite.
inside a Disney park.
And that's Disney magic.
That's
That's,
Disney
wishing.
magic.
Yeah.
That's wishing not just on a star, but on your
On your
cupcake.
birthday cupcake.
It
I know.
is.
How sweet is that? It was so
And
cool.
so I do believe.
And they,
and that is probably one of our biggest Disney memories. It's
Yeah,
just
they
so
did.
cool.
They did the coolest things. Some things that are common now, but our name was on the TV remote.
Right.
Yeah.
When we arrived, we went out on an excursion at one point. They kept taking us places, but we came back to the apartment, and they had a photo screen, and it had all our photos in it.
Yeah,
all the pictures
so
of
they
us.
were
So-
like following us around, taking pictures for us, and
They
they
made,
had
they
And
made it
then-
look like our home.
Then the apartment was filled with pictures of our family having
Yeah.
fun.
Right, it was really
Yes.
cool.
And with
very
Grand
cool.
Marshal in the parade, we got to keep the giant thing that was on the side that
Right.
said "Congratulations, Jack
Little
Michael."
signs,
Yeah,
yeah.
all
Yeah.
our
Grand
signs.
Marshal Jack
My
Michael.
living room still says I'm a grand.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
We'll keep
So-
those forever.
Anyway, if you can't tell, we really do love Disney.
Yeah.
And while this is not a Disney podcast, you're gonna find a theme in some of the guests we have on that
Yeah.
are really, truly people that made the things that we adore. So, and a lot of that does happen to be Disney. So we
Yeah.
have Imagineers and animators and voice actors and producers, but they're all people that created the things that we love. And I think that's a pretty cool thing that we started,
Yeah.
that we have gotten the opportunity to do. We are just so excited to share it with you guys.
They're people that make magic and joy.
Yeah.
One of
Exactly.
my favorite stories about starting your channel on YouTube when you did Snack Time, Bibbidi Shoppity Boo, and Agrabah. We talked about that earlier. Jack and I had to set things up, follow them around. I did the one of Cara's very first episodes. I'm filming, and we weren't sure we were allowed to film in Disney. This was pre-influencer era,
Yeah.
and so we're kind of trying to be discreet, waiting to get kicked out. And the funny thing is when
That's
when we
2017
yeah
for
when we
everyone.
film
Yeah.
these things, I kind of assumed as the dad, I've got these very, very young kids doing this. And I assumed, okay, well, I'm going to have to put this stuff together. I'm going to have to edit it. I'm going to have to load it on YouTube. And I literally, we came back from the first day of shooting, sat down at the computer, and Adam walked over and he's like, well, what are you doing? He's like, well, somebody's got to put this together. He's like, get out of the chair. And you literally kicked me out of the chair. I've never had to edit anything. As a matter of fact, when I edit my own videos, I have to come to you guys for advice and help. And so it's kind of funny because I was the techie in the family.
Yeah, you were. That is pretty funny. We did
Yeah.
all our own editing as kids, all
Yeah.
our own. Well, they helped us with filming when it was
Right.
the three of us,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
mixed filming. You know.
I'm a human tripod.
Yeah. human
Yeah,
tripod.
we're
Yeah.
doing a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, so
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thanks.
Thanks. Oh,
And how fun is it to have you guys on our show? We get to interview our parents.
Yeah, this is
I
great.
know. That's
Yes.
so cool.
That's very fun.
Very
Yeah.
nice to be
We are
invited. Thank
very
you.
proud of you guys.
Yes,
There's no
and-
question about it.
Thank
So,
you.
Love you too.
So the people who were here that asked questions, they would just kill us if we didn't ask in some format. What parenting advice do you have for other families?
goodness.
They would, yeah. They,
So
No,
people
there's
need to
so
know.
many
I'm not even
people who
kidding.
ask the same question.
So many people ask, and I don't know. Maybe it's because we're like nice to each other and fun in our videos only. No, no, but maybe it's that. I don't know what it is, but literally
the
that
biggest-
was the biggest question. So I felt like we need to ask you.
Yeah.
Parenting advice, eh?
Yeah, you could start your own talk show about that one. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
coming. You'll have to tune into a different channel. For that.
You know, there's a lot of faith, trust, and pixie dust that goes on in this house.
That
Right.
may be.
Okay.
That's the perfect answer.
Right. I will say, because one of the things from where we lived and pursued this and came to Southern California so often, we spent a lot of time in very tight quarters.
Yeah.
A
Yeah, in
hotel.
the car,
5 of us
driving
crammed into a
up.
hotel room in the car together. There was no opportunity for unresolved conflict.
Yeah.
So
I
if you
can see
guys, if we had an issue, we're there. When
Yeah.
you can't get away,
We were all 5 in the car for 6 hours.
Nobody could,
Yeah.
nobody could run to their room and slam the door and be alone for a couple hours. So we had to resolve things as they came up, and I think we got rather good at that.
Yeah, I think that's a really good
That's a
point.
great
Yeah.
That's a really, really
I,
good point.
I really do believe, and I've thought about this for a very long time, is we have a lot of faith.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We believe in God and Santa and Disney magic.
Yeah.
We believe.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
we use it. We
Yeah.
choose magic. We choose happy.
Yeah, I like
And
it.
Yeah.
when life hands us a rough time,
Yeah.
we take a deep breath and find the magic in the moment.
Yeah, I love
Right.
it. That's
And-
really good.
Perfect.
And never let them see you sweat. No, we do. We
And-
kind of
and-
keep things.
and I think
keep things happy.
you guys do an exceptional job, which you've done since you were very little, but since you were all toddlers, of taking a bad situation and coming up with different ways to make it a happy situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all three of you contribute to that. So when you're fighting over a toy, I didn't have to tell you what to do about that. I would just say, what are we going to do?
Uh-huh.
And the three of you would troubleshoot together.
Yeah.
And
It's funny, because I always say it's just creative differences, and you just got to figure out
oh
how.
yeah, and you know
it
you
kind
have
of
to have
is.
those to
Yeah.
get better.
Yeah, yeah, it makes you better.
Yeah.
That's a
So-
lot of it, like creative differences. Like you take a team approach to something, and people have their different like tasks and roles. And so if we're doing something and we disagree on something, we just kind of either flip a coin or we say this thing, Adam was working on, so he has the final say, or this thing Cara was working on, and we just kind of just worked it out because I was kind of like what Dad talked about. The only
Well,
choice we had.
Eric really handles these situations well. So let's find out what Eric wants
Yeah,
to
we
do.
just
I mean,
played
you
with
guys are
strengths,
really
yeah.
you're really good at doing that.
Well, and I will also say we all, with working together, we all know we're working towards the same goal
Yeah,
and the
I
same
agree,
ultimate
yeah.
goal, and that kind of helps put the
Unify.
arguments into a perspective
Yeah.
where we're like, okay, we disagree on how this should be done, but we're all trying to get to the same thing.
Yeah, trying to get
Right.
the same place. Don't personalize.
Don't
things.
personalize
Yeah.
things. There's no
Right.
reason to.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's kind of
Yeah.
how we handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I don't know.
Had to give a small piece of
It's so funny. That was literally the most asked question.
It really
So,
was.
all right.
We're like,
And-
okay, well, we can't not ask this.
Not answer this question.
Not answer this, yeah.
Yeah.
The problem with that answer is there's no great answer to
Yeah,
that question.
and
There
it's different for
really
every
isn't.
family and
It's
every
different,
person.
yeah,
for
and
sure.
in every situation.
Just how we were raised to find the joy in like all these little moments, and just kind of learn over time that I don't know nothing.
Sure.
Yeah. There
yeah,
you go.
I'm a little crazy, you know.
Yeah, but you can't take things for granted, and every day and every moment is such an opportunity and a gift. And so, just grateful for doing the dishes or
Yeah. We're
anything
just-
we didn't want to do, we
Yeah.
still got to do.
A lot of gratitude.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
gratitude.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
absolutely.
gratitude. What an honor in the realm of things that we got to do because of the insiders
Yeah.
to be invited on the podcast.
This is my
Thank
first
you.
podcast, I must say.
Wow.
Thank you.
We're
Wow.
honored that you chose us
Yeah,
to
there
be
you
on
go.
for your
Yeah, thank you.
podcast.
So thank you for that. And I've watched your recordings of all of them, and I've watched the evolution of all this. And I have a burning question.
Ooh, wait, asking us a question?
That's
Let's go.
right.
Curveball.
So, when you were in kindergarten, you were going to become an astronaut, and Eric was going to become a tennis pro,
Uh-huh.
Pro
and
tennis.
Kara was going to become a rock star.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
More on all of that later, but right now, this is what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
This is our life. At what moment in this journey that you've had from those dreams to where you are now, did you look around and say, wow, this is
Yeah,
cool.
it's my life.
This is
Ooh.
my
Well-
life. This is cool.
I would like to start by saying I think in its core essence, this is kind of what baby Cara was dreaming of when she said becoming a rock
I
star.
think it is. I think it
Because-
is too.
The core of being a rock star was going on stage and performing and kind of sharing who I am with the world.
Yeah.
And that's still kind of what I'm doing.
Oh, that's 100%.
Yeah.
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 It's just not the singing kind of thing, which I might still do someday, but you
Yeah,
know,
dreams are not dead.
dreams are not dead.
And
Never.
you draw way better than baby Kara.
Way better than baby
Yeah.
Cara.
Now, in terms of surprises, I don't think this is much like being a pro tennis player, but that was. I mean, there's plenty that's very similar to it, but
The banter back and forth is like,
robbing it. There are
Got people looking at
plenty of analogies, but no, life is. I don't know. Life has always just had moments that are kind of dream filled. We kind of shared our passion to start acting a very long time ago, and Mom and Dad were instantly supportive. And so some of those my life moments would be like Adam's first job was on the radio, and Karen and I got to sit and. We didn't even get to watch him because he was inside, but we got to sit in kind of a production studio, and we were in the coffee shop, and that is where things happen. Let me
Yeah,
tell
we
you.
were
Yeah.
getting our homework done and listening
Yeah, we
as
did
people had
school and
these
homework,
big conversations.
and just being around creatives was amazing. And so we had that whole life, and then Karen and I very quickly jumped into acting as well, and just those moments on set, working early were definitely some dream "this is my life" moments, and just kind of every time we envision something and we have an idea and we just get to see it come to life. So like the podcast, or we wrote a book and we got to do in-person book signings, and
Yeah.
we had a ticketed event that sold out
Yeah.
in Sacramento, which was amazing. It's our hometown. And so to go to those places, those are all kind of my dream life moments. It's
Yeah.
just the amazing gift it is to just have ideas and moments and then bring them to life is so cool.
I kind of agree. I was gonna say basically the same thing. I've always loved storytelling, and I think like that's so cool. And so I think as our storytelling has evolved over the years, right?
Yeah.
So we started when I was on the radio. I was doing stand-up comedy, and that was so fun. And I think the first one was stand-up comedy, and that was a blast. And then it went into like late night jokes when I was on the radio with Rick Dees, if you know him. And that was we should have him on the show actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
You will be invited, Rick.
Yeah. No, but that was such a blast to get to do that. And then it kind of evolved into acting. And then from acting, it evolved into YouTube. And then now, like, I don't know, I can't believe it's my life. There's so many cool moments. I think selling out our own ticketed event and having an audience full of people that were there to listen to our stories was awesome.
Yeah.
I think...
More ticketed events also coming soon.
Yeah.
I do have to say, doing a podcast like this or a talk show and seeing some of the people that are on the other side of this table has been
Oh my
like,
gosh,
wow,
yeah.
it has been so cool. And to hear their stories. And
You guys will see why.
With
like,
more to
next
come,
few
yeah.
yeah, with
years.
more to
Yes.
come.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're
The
kind
lineup
of
is
living that
insane.
pinch me moment right this
Yeah.
second, you know? Writing our first book was like, I was not supposed to be, I don't know why we're authors, but we are, and that's so cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's been a lot of pinch me moments, and I think like as you go through your life, there's going to be plenty of other pinch me moments. But it's kind of fun. Your pinch me moments, they kind of stack, right?
Yeah.
They start to get bigger and bigger, and then when you look at like what used to be a pinch me moment is now something you get to do every day,
Yeah,
and it's like
casual.
whoa, yeah, it's just a casual,
Right?
You know, I think
Oh.
the first time we, like on our Being the Bygos channel, that's not Disney, we did a video where we got to go to the Kuloa Ranch in Hawaii, and it was gorgeous, and we had 3 full days there, and we told probably one of the best stories I think we've told on YouTube,
Yeah.
and then that video got like 300,000 views, which is like a lot for us, especially at the time.
Yeah,
and amazing
for
for a
sure.
long form. And
And
so then
that was
like
that
a
was-
pinch me on all
that
levels.
day in particular was so much fun too for our perspective
Yeah.
because I got to film some of what you were doing while you were ziplining down and standing there, and there's a great photo of me, but I'm with the long lens
Yeah,
that
we
you
had,
rented.
we
You
rented a giant lens to do
and
this.
so you're ziplining, and this squall came across, and we were trying to protect
Yeah.
the equipment,
It was, like,
and the wind was
raining.
blowing.
It's
and
a
it was
hilarious photo
crazy.
of Dad and this giant camera that we rented
Just
under a
covered
poncho.
in a
Always like
poncho.
this
Right.
to get the shot.
He took off his rain jacket and put it over the camera, so it's his head with the hood, and then the camera's protected,
Yeah,
and then he's just getting soaked.
That was a blast, though. I had
Yeah,
really
that
had
was
a good time.
So anyway, I don't know. That's kind of a pinch
Yeah.
me moment for me.
good.
Just and the fact that they get to stack, and that one was cool because not only did we have the best time filming it, and then made an amazing story, but then it also resonated with people. So it was like a
Yeah.
three
Yeah, those
step
are great.
Well,
Yeah.
process.
The
I was
number
like,
of
whoa.
people, even at Disneyland, who came up and said, "You did the Jurassic Park video."
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
No, it was a dream to find the place that did it, and then they were on board with kind
Our
of
crazy
sponsoring
ideas.
and making the idea happen, and then to see that it performed
Thank
well.
you to Kualoa Ranch. We'll totally be back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
plugging
gosh.
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
incredible.
awesome.
Right.
Yeah, it was
So.
fabulous.
Oh.
There's so much more we could talk about, and I know we have to wrap up today, but
I know.
hopefully we can do more. Just stories about your acting careers, working
Yeah.
with
No, we're
Marissa
making new
Tomei.
stories. We're not going back.
I know. Marissa
Yeah.
Tomei.
We're
Yeah,
gonna keep
reversing.
Eric
moving
worked,
forward.
Eric worked with Christoph Waltz. He's Academy Award winners, and
I
it's
know.
like these are the
Oh,
coolest
Marissa
things.
Tomei, yeah.
Yeah, and
Goodness.
so there's so
But
much
we
of
keep
that.
moving forward.
That's
That's
yes,
right.
we do.
Forward.
Onward.
I love it. That's so great.
Yeah.
Well, more stories to come soon, but thank you so much, Mom and Dad, for coming on quickly to be our very first
Ever
guest that
guest.
people see on the
Yeah.
show.
Thanks for having us.
Insiders, thank you all for the love and support you have given us from the beginning.
Yeah, we love you guys.
I hope you enjoy this new piece of our projects. And believe me, we will do some live and some trivia and some magic making and
Oh,
all
yeah.
the things that
Yes.
you guys love and support with us.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you for being here today and for your ongoing support.
Yeah.
Because we do this to bring you joy, and that's what keeps us going.
Yeah, we love you guys. So
Yeah.
Thank
yeah,
you.
the support our community showed us over the last 8 years has been
Yeah.
Yeah.
changed my life. You guys are amazing. Well, thank you guys. This was the very first inaugural episode of
It
the
was.
Totally Awesome Show.
It was
Totally
totally
awesome.
awesome.
Subscribe for more videos like this and some totally awesome guests, which Guys, they're so cool.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
totally
It's-
awesome.
it's
I mean,
pretty
our parents
impressive.
are amazing too.
They are.
There you
They
go.
were great
They are.
guests.
Oh, that's so kind of you. But you've got some really amazing people.
Yeah, we're posting these fast, so hopefully as you're watching this one, the very next one is already available, and you can check out an amazing interview with a very awesome person.
So welcome to
Link
our
below.
very first episode, and thank you for watching.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
It's gonna be a fun adventure. That's totally awesome.